Of course, there are several evacuation orders in place. Hillsborough County just announcing mandatory evacuations for zones A and B. And of course, anyone in a mobile home.
And 10 Tampa Bay's Jenny Dean joins us live from Pinellas County, where dozens of healthcare facilities are already under orders to evacuate. Jenny?
Yeah, good afternoon, Sarah and Frank. We're standing beside a busy Gandy Boulevard, one of the main evacuation routes, of course, out of Pinellas County. Pinellas County officials expecting to announce evacuations, mandatory evacuations for everyone a little later today. You can see the gas station there has had a pretty steady stream of lines throughout the morning as well. And one other quick note, you were talking about debris. Every so often we see about a dozen dump trucks coming through here being escorted by state and local police officers, trying to just clear the way as much as they can ahead of Hurricane Milton. So let's talk about evacuations. Right now, Pinellas just announcing that they are making a mandatory evacuation for A, B, and C for residents with special needs and for residents that depend on electricity. They would like to do mandatory evacuations for those residents, and they do have special shelters already opening up and ready to take on those residents. And again, regular mandatory evacuations are expected to be announced at some point today. So if you live in an A, a B, or a C zone, you can expect announcements coming later today. And Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri was saying that they're not going to be as nice about people trying to stay this time.
Tell you, and I'm going to take a different approach than what we have in the past. What I've said in the past is that we're not going to force people to leave, and we're going to be a little bit more assertive with it this time. And for those people that are in mandatory evacuation zones, in the past, mandatory evacuation orders have been issued, and bars stay open, restaurants stay open, people just going about their business and stores. That's not going to happen this time, because we're going to shut you down.
You know, the sheriff tells us that they had about 1,500 calls during Hurricane Helene that they just simply weren't able to get out and respond to in the midst of that storm until after everything calmed down. He doesn't want to see that happen again. So we are going to be updating you all day long, and we are expecting Pinellas County officials at some point to have an availability and a meeting, and it is expected that they will at least call an evacuation for A and B and possibly even C, which, Sarah, would be half of the residents of Pinellas County.
Jenny, so many people, and since most healthcare facilities are evacuated in Pinellas, we've had some questions coming into us here at 10 Tampa Bay, as you know, about people asking where can they go today in case of an emergency.
So there's about 64 facilities that have been evacuated. Most are assisted living or long-term living facilities. There are about 6 hospitals, though, that are affected by that evacuation. Those are Bay Pines VA, HCA Pasadena and Largo West, Winmore Healthcare of Clearwater, Advent Health North Pinellas, and Kindred Hospital in St. Pete. Those are the ones that are under evacuation. Your major hospitals like Orlando Health, Bayfront, Johns Hopkins, All Children's, they remain open. So there are still places that you can go in Pinellas County if you do need emergency medical care. But the big thing right now is emergency officials just want you to prepare for evacuation orders should they come down. Know where you're going and what you're going to do, because I can tell you this traffic, it's only going to get worse. The gas is going to start becoming hard to find. You can only get premium right now at a lot of gas stations, and hotel rooms are also filling up. So if you don't have that plan, you need to make it now, and you need to start working on that plan and get to where you're going to be by tomorrow. Live in Pinellas County, Jenny Dean, 10 Tampa Bay.